Hello everyone, my name is Cute Little Angel, and today I have a really special video for you guys, in more ways than one. As you can see on the screen, we have a speed paint of me making the animation for the end card. And I will explain why that's a speed paint in a second, but for now, I have one more thing to introduce to you guys. A while back, a friend of mine suggested that I should have guest speakers on the channel. Either it's the person that commissioned me for the piece, or other art friends, whatever comes to mind, whatever happens. And for our first guest, I would like to introduce to you all the one, the only, my niece, Amaya.
Hi.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, Amaya.
Well, I do modeling, acting, and hip-hop dancing.
You like that?
Yep.
Amaya is my little niece, and the reason she's on this video is because she asked, and I can't say no to this cute little face, so I'd like everybody to please welcome our first ever guest, my niece. Here's how this is going to work. I would have some questions for Amaya. She has some questions for me that she can ask during the video, and I will also be taking the time to talk about the animation itself and how I made it. But for now, let's get started with, how are you today, Maya?
Good.
How was school?
Good.
You do anything interesting?
Well, it was raining, so we can't go to the park. And we did free time when we went in, we did free draw instead of doing morning work.
Do you have anything else to say?
When did you first start doing this YouTube channel?
Not too long ago, a few months ago. Yep, just a baby YouTube. Why'd you want to come onto this video?
Because I left my house.
Aw, you butterball. And, do you watch my videos?
I try.
You try? You can't find me? Oh, I know, it sucks. But, now that we have our little guests a little bit more comfortable, let me talk about how this came to be. So the reason why when the speed paint started, the environment was already sketched out and done was because I originally wanted this to be a still image of the outside of a cafe. I didn't really want anything really big or grand about it, just a really cute end card to replace the kind of simplistic one I already have. But when I showed this to my friend, she decided to give me the grand idea to animate it. And I just couldn't say no. I like the idea so much, and I really like to add work to myself. So, even though I was in the middle of editing Marina's speed paint, and I was really excited about that because it was going to be the first voiceover, I decided to take this on and do my best to get it done in a fast and fashionable way. So, this actually just took 3 days of work. It probably would have taken longer had I just kept up at it like I usually do for my art pieces, but I made sure I never got out of my chair and worked on this for hours and hours and hours, which is something I don't recommend doing very often. It's not healthy for your body and your legs. But that's what I did, and that's why this is animated without a software. I didn't want to go onto my school computer to get the animation software to do this. I decided to just make it on my classical art software, and because of that, I knew this was going to be just a bit trickier than regular animating. So I'll explain how I made this in a bit. Let's get Maya a bit more attention, right? I just said this was a cafe. Do you think it's a cute cafe?
Yep.
Aw, you haven't even seen the color yet though.
I bet it's gonna be...
No, just joking. You saw the animation when I finished it.
Yeah.
If it was real and I was a cafe owner, would you go to it?
Yep.
Would you be my little mascot?
Yep.
Talk a little bit more. That's why you're on here, right?
Yep.
You punk. So, a little backstory as to why this is a cafe real quick. A while back, I asked myself a question of, what would I be if I wasn't an artist? And I asked myself this question because before I was an animation student. If you guys don't know, I'm an animation student. I was actually a medical student, and I was going to school for, of course, occupational therapy, it's just something I guess a lot of people don't know. It's okay. But that's what I was going to school for. I didn't like it at all. I kept on telling myself that I liked it, that this is what I wanted to do with my life, but it really wasn't. So I eventually quit that to go to animation. But I kind of asked myself this question a while back of what would I have chosen to do if I wasn't an artist, if I didn't want to go into animation, what would I have done instead? And the first thing that came to my mind was being a cafe owner. I love the aesthetic of cafes. I just think they're the cutest little places ever. And I just really thought that would be the perfect job for me if I wasn't an artist. So that's why I'm doing this silly little thing in my videos or personal work where I have a cafe AU and I draw out that kind of alternate reality in my art instead of, being a cafe owner myself. It's just something I like to think I would be if I wasn't an artist. Something silly like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, Amaya, that's a good question for you. If you weren't a model, what would you be?
I would be a YouTuber or a ballet dancer.
Why aren't you a ballet dancer now?
Because my mom signed me up in modeling, and modeling's fun because I get to go to LA.
Yeah, you did go to LA. You also went to New York recently.
Not yet. I didn't go to LA yet. But I'm going to.
But you went to New York.
Yep.
What'd you do in New York?
Well, I had to do 2 shows. My first dress was all pink with butterfly wings, and the design was masquerade ball. And I wear like this mask. It was like all pink. But then, on the second show, I wear the all white dress with a white necklace.
I bet you looked really, really pretty.
I did.
How'd you like the shows?
Good.
How'd you like New York?
Cold.
Aw. You're so sweet into it.
My nose is freezing.
I'm sorry. Let's see. Why would you have been a YouTuber?
Because I always modeling and being a YouTuber was my dream.
It wouldn't be was your dream, it would be your dream. What kind of YouTuber would you be?
Actually YouTuber, like recording stuff, like me doing stuff, or like creating stuff, because I like my cousins that live with me, Lulu and Carissa. Lulu always gets me making stuff. Like, I like to do designs, like, when I, have a piece of paper and some scissors, I fold the paper in half and then I, cut something out.
So you'd be a vlogger, a creative vlogger. Cutie. Mm-hmm. Maybe you could still do that when you're older.
Yeah. My mom said when I'm older, and you said you might help me by being a YouTuber.
Maybe I'll try, but we're kind of different genres of YouTube.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Or I might be like you, like John.
Aw. You want to be an artist like me one day?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to do traditional or digital?
What you do?
I do digital.
Digital.
So what I'm showing you right now, that's digital. That's what you're doing at school is called traditional, where it's paper and pencils and crayons and pens.
No. We don't use pens in 7th grade. But the teacher lets us, while we're working, talk. Only if we're working at the same time.
Do you have fun drawing at school?
Yep.
So maybe you will be an artist with me. Maybe I'll teach you the ropes.
I like writing and drawing.
Aw, I have a creative baby.
I like the, when it showed all the colors, I liked it. Pretty.
Aw. Well, so right now you're seeing me making the 4 different frames of animation for Angel. And how I did this was I had the foreground, the background, and the middle all separated into 3 different groups. And in the background group, it was just the background. There was no extra groups or layers for frames because all I wanted in the background was lighting effects, and that was something I just changed the opacity for myself for each frame. For the foreground, I had one group for it as well, but 4 different frames inside that group for the plants inside the potted plants. And for each frame, I would turn them off and turn it back and turn another one on. And for the middle, that's where the group held 4 different variants of the middle. For each frame of animation for an angel and the ornaments moving, since that one's probably the most busiest layer. How I did this on an art software was I did the first, then the third, and then the second, and then the 4th frame. So for the third, I went ahead and took her to her highest point, and what I wanted Angel to be doing was just a long, relaxed, heavy sigh. Stop making faces. That's all I really wanted Angel to do. I didn't really want to do anything else really extravagant because, once again, I was only doing 4 frames and I didn't want to take a week on this, so I worked on the third frame first, and then in between the first and second, I turned down the opacity for both, and I made the second frame right in between. And then when I came to the 4th frame, I turned down the opacity for the third and first once more, and put that position a little bit closer to the beginning pose for the first frame, so that it transitioned just a bit better. Because I was only making 4 frames, and because she has such exaggerated movement, she kind of went really fast when I kept on testing out the frames, which was something I kept on doing for this part, just to make sure everything flowed really well. So that's why, for the end animation, it's kind of like a storybook, kind of long framed piece parts for each part. But I really like it like that. It's really kind of cute. When she's going at normal 2 frames, double framed style, she goes really, really fast, and people make jokes that she doesn't look like she's sleeping. She looks like she's doing something else, but I won't tell you what they said because there's a child present. But that's why she has really drawn out and long frames in the animation. But Amaya, how do you think digital is? Do you think it's hard?
Yes.
Why do you think it's hard?
Cause you had to stay up until the morning, and I think you didn't even get sleep.
No. Amaya, that's just me working. That's not what you gotta do to be a digital artist. That's just me.
Hell.
No. For digital, think of it kind of like being able to draw on paper, but if you make a mistake, you get to undo that mistake.
Ooh.
I know, right? Fancy. So, think about it like this. On digital, in any art program you got, there's this thing called layers, which I guess in air quotes would be like pieces of paper, where if you draw on that one layer, it's only on that one layer, but it helps with all the other layers to bring the piece together. And that's kind of what digital art is basically like.
Cool.
I put a lot of work into it, and I stay up because I'm a really slow artist, and that's why I stay up. But if you're an artist, you'll probably take the regular 6 to 8 hours for a piece. I don't take that. I take a bit longer because I suck. But I stay up because I try my best to get a lot of work done. So don't worry, that's not something you're going to have to do if you become an artist.
You don't suck. You don't suck.
Aw, thank you. But if you were an artist, what would you draw?
I would draw cute stuff like you.
What kind of characters do you think you draw?
Like Halloween characters, like Harley Quinn and stuff. Or a vampire.
You would draw them cute then?
Like a baby vampire.
Aw. Maya, I just said that she was breathing, but what do you think she's doing? I just said she was breathing, but what did she look like she was doing to you?
She looked like she was like sad.
Oh, she's not sad, baby. She's smiling. Cute little thing I decided to do with the social medias. I decided to make them the ornaments on the umbrella because it was a really cute idea. I was thinking about it during the concept process of before I started making this. I was trying to think of ways to make it look cute, better efficient ways to make it and stuff like that. Oh Maya, we're almost done.
Okay.
She's really impatient, and we've been doing this a few times because I'm a stickler for perfection. And the last time we kept on trying to record this, we had really loud family members in the background, right? So Maya, we're now getting into the coloring. Ooh. In the coloring, you're going to see a really warm art style, warm palette going on. Do you think that looks cute?
Good.
What do you think I'm doing right now for painting?
It looks like there's somebody coming outside.
What?
It looks like somebody's coming outside.
No, that's the doorway.
Oh.
I'm painting the doorway in my little painty style for my background.
No, like the wing right there.
Oh, no, that's the door. That's like the door handle.
Oh.
I know.
Looks like somebody coming out the door.
Aw. I guess that might look like that. I just wanted to be fancy with the door handle.
But if you get close, it looks like a bananas.
I guess it would look like bananas. Oopsie. I hope as the coloring goes on, you'll see it kind of looks all welcoming and cute to you, right?
I like the shining bouncing off.
Yay.
Very pretty.
I was trying my best to make the window look kind of really cute.
I like it.
Yay.
It looks cute.
Aw, yes. Yes. I'm so happy she says that. When it came to what kind of setting I wanted to color out, I wanted it to be kind of like twilight time. Like in that twilight part of the day. So that's why it's a bit warm colored inside the shop. And just kind of warm colors all around because, I don't know, I tried my best here. How much fun do you think I have when I'm drawing?
Fun, really fun. Like when you're recording and stuff.
When I'm recording like I am right now? It is kind of fun to have you on too. I try my best to be as entertaining as possible when I'm recording.
I get it now because I see like the silver part.
Yeah, now that it's colored, now you can see its door handle, huh?
Yeah.
But back to what you just said, I try my best to sound as entertaining and as chill as possible when I'm recording. I decided, because of what my friends have suggested, to not do any of these videos scripted. So I am giving myself the entire room to be rambly and silly and say whatever's on my mind at the time. So I hope for all of you guys watching, it's entertaining. And please give me any criticisms that you may have about it. I'm open to improving this, of course, because I really want to have the best kind of content for you guys. Right? Let's see. What do I have here? Do you think it's actually fun to draw, not just the recording and editing part? Do you think I have fun making this?
Yeah.
I did. It was a lot of fun. Like I said earlier, I didn't take any breaks when I was doing this because it was right in the middle and kind of an abrupt idea. So I spent about 3 days on this and I never got out of my chair basically. I spent day and night, like you say I do, on this, and I love how it came out. The final day was actually this. It was actually all of the coloring that I did on the final day of making this.
Good.
Aww. Yep, that's the bell to indicate if somebody comes in or not. You like it?
like other stores or shops or like cafes, like or restaurants, like when you come in, they like hear a bell ring.
Yeah, I like those kind of cafes, so that's why I made that bell, so it has a nice little welcoming feel.
Me too. Because it like when it rings, it like says welcome.
Everybody who's working says welcome, and I think that's cute. The funny thing about this, since the coloring was all on the final day of me making this, I actually got a hand cramp from working on this so hard. So everybody, including you, Amaya, let's thank my friend for the idea, because in kind of a funny twist, she kind of gave me a hand cramp. So let's thank her. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just being silly, don't worry about it. I'm actually really glad she gave me the idea, because I'm really proud of how it came out, and I think if ever I update the end card again, I might do another animation, make it just a bit more better than this one. Maybe it'll come out for that one too. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Let's see. I work really hard in my art. Do you think we both work really hard on what we're doing? What do you gotta do to work hard as a model?
I work really hard because my mom always wakes me up. Whenever we have school, she asks me to practice my walk, and I really try because I had to do like the catwalk.
Oh, you do? Have you perfected it?
No, not really.
Oh, I mean, you'll get it. You're a really hard worker, and you're a really sassy girl at that, so the catwalk's like perfect for you.
My legs are kind of sore from that.
Oh, from practicing?
No, from New York, because my mommy didn't let us take a taxi or nothing.
Oh, it's kind of a busy roads, and she doesn't really like the roads, that's why. It's okay, you had a little bit of exercise. Exercise is important.
Yeah.
That's something I need to do, because sitting down for as long as it took me to do this piece is not healthy at all. It's good to sit up and stretch your hands out, which is why I got the cramp in the first place, because I didn't do that. So when you become an artist, always remember to stretch your legs and stretch your hands. I will scold you if you don't, because I don't want you to follow in my footsteps in that regard. Let's see.
I like the girl that you make.
My little mascot?
Aw.
What do you think she is?
It looks like a really pretty girl.
She is, but what do you think she is? Do you think she's a vampire? Do you think she's a werewolf?
Butterfly.
No. Try again.
Werewolf?
No.
What is she?
She's an angel.
Oh.
She has angel wings. Oh. I guess you can't really see because I inadvertently made myself a cheat when I was drawing this, because when my friend decided to give me the idea to animate, she told me to put angel in as well. But I didn't want to move the table so much that it would be blocking the door, so that you couldn't see the name of the cafe.
Why is her face kind of red?
Oh, that's just the way I shade. Don't worry about it. She'll be back to normal in a second. But I didn't want the pole for the umbrella to block the door. I didn't want Angel to be all the way on the right side of the frame. I wanted her to be right in the middle, and because the foreground has the fence, I inadvertently made myself a cheat by not having to draw her entire body. That was mostly an accident. It just wasn't something I considered when I started this entire thing. It came to mind after I got all the frames done for Angel, and I was like, oops. Oh, that's alright. That's good. It saved a lot of time for sure.
But I think it's pretty just the way it is.
Oh, thank you, baby. But yeah, that's my shading style. It's a bit weird, huh? It's so because I take so many shading colors for the skin tone and stuff like that, I kind of have a hard time seeing it when I'm just placing them as they are. for each layer, so I do different colors so I can see better how they go against each other, where one ends and one begins. And then when I'm done placing them, I go and place the shade colors. You sleepy baby.
Yeah, because of school.
Yeah,
she just wake up early.
You just came from school, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You had a nice time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Well, we're almost done. But,
okay.
One last question for you, Amaya.
Yes.
Why do you want to be a model, a singer, or actor when you want to grow up?
Well, not a singer. I like modeling because I get to like make friends. Because on my second show and the first show, I made a friend.
Oh.
What? And I like acting because we're setting up a play today. But not yet. So we're practicing everything.
Why do you like to do that stuff?
Well, my mom signed me up for that so I can get away from the house.
Oh.
So I don't stay home every time. Because I'm not like a house person.
Oh.
I'm like a go-out person.
Oh yeah, you are. You're like a little sassy 21-year-old in a 7-year-old body. You know?
Yeah, because I like shopping.
Yep. Yep, that's you. Remember what you told your dad before?
No.
To get a second job so you can get a credit card. Yep.
When I was little.
Yep, but you probably still have the same kind of mindset.
Nope.
Oh, you grew up a little bit from that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Maya, guess what?
Yeah.
It's finished. We're done.
What? Yay! We didn't say like and subscribe.
In a bit. I have to first thank my lovely little Patreons. They're the people that help fund me every month to be able to do this as a career.
Oh.
Yeah, they're really nice people. So say thank you for me.
Thank you.
And with that, I would like to say thank you all so much for watching.
Like and subscribe.
In a bit. I'd like to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked what you saw, and I hope if you really like my content, you will check out my Patreon and see what I have to give back to you guys if you decide to pledge. And for our final little goodbyes, Maya, please say whatever you want to say.
Like and subscribe.
And share this video around if you liked it. And with that, I'd like to say thank you so much again. I love you all, and I hope you all have a lovely day. And with me and Maya, let's say bye-bye.
Bye.
Together. 3, 2, 1.
Bye-bye.